Okay, I'm going to attempt to podcast today. We'll see how it goes. It's been a day. I got an email saying John's taxes were rejected, so I had to. Now I have to mail them in, so that's really annoying because I forgot the PIN number. Because of course I didn't write it down, so now I have to mail those in. So now they're gonna be late. And then just like kind of one thing after another. So I'm going to try this. I wanted to do this morning. It's now 3:00. My daughter just called and they're on vacation. So the girls decided I asked them if they would take a ride and go to get groceries because I love Walmart. You can just order them and pick them up and it's the greatest invention ever. So it's an hour ride and they're on vacation and they were doing nothing. So I decided they'd give them something to do. Well, she just called me and asked me what Walmart I ordered it from, which is the one I always do. And she went an hour in the opposite direction. So now she has to drive an hour south and then another hour. My lordy. So, and then she's blaming me. Oh well, I don't know. I can't win. So anyway, so yes. So I'm going to try and do this. It's been a while. We've had I don't know, it's just been busy. Always something going on, or I didn't feel like I had enough stuff to talk about. So this past weekend was Easter, so hopefully everybody had a great Easter. We went down, which kind of worked out really good because we don't ever get to spend Easter with my family just because of we're 3 hours, or they're my parents, my dad south, and my sisters and stuff. They're all 3.5 hours south of south of us or south of Boston. So we got to go down and John was able to go, and so we were able to have Easter down there. So that was super nice. We got to spend it with my sister, and she had on all my nieces and nephews, and it was fun to see everybody. And it's funny because everybody's teenagers now. There's no little kids, so it's actually kind of fun. Not that it wasn't when they were little, but it's just different. So it was a fun get together. And we got to deliver maple syrup. What else? Just kind of running around. Looked for work boots. You cannot find work boots anywhere. John was looking for boots and couldn't find anything anywhere. And we were right Patriots Place and all those kind of it's all where all the stores are, and they had nothing. So just lots of running around, and then headed home. And that's about it. So we did that. Right now, before I forget, it's busy for me. We're getting ready for the festivals. We have the first one up is Connecticut Sheep and Wool Festival, which is April 30th. That one's going to be at the North Haven Fairgrounds. That's a new one. So we're going to be inside. They moved it from last year, so I'm curious to see how it's going to be. I'm kind of excited though. I can't wait to see everybody. So that part's going to be exciting. And so I've been trying to get as much stuff as I can together for that one. And then the next one after that is New Hampshire, which it's usually always Mother's Day weekend, but now they've changed it so it's the weekend after Mother's Day, which makes it really nice for me because I don't know, I feel like there's always a lot going on. Not that we really do much for Mother's Day. There's just, it just feels like there's always a lot going on. So it'll give me an extra weekend in between. So then I have more time to get ready for the next show and get some more yarn together, kind of fill in the holes what we sold. So we got all that done, and that's the next thing that's coming up. So just been lots of, as you can see, I had holes in my gloves, so I've been dyeing all day. I've actually been kind of waiting for the kids to go and do my errands for me, so that way they weren't in the house and I could actually try and get this done, and they don't think I'm crazy talking to myself. So, whatever. So yeah, so I'm actually trying to do this before they get home. So hopefully, well, now they actually are gonna have plenty of time because now they have a 2-hour ride. So it'll give them something to do and get them out of the house. So yeah, so I have that. And I'm trying to think of everything else. It's shearing season. So if you need fiber dropped off or you have fleeces that you've purchased at the most recent shows, definitely give me a call or send me an email or whatever and get in line for get on the wait list. It's not too bad right now. So now is the time if you have animals or have fleeces to process, definitely get in line, on the list because it'll be a much faster turnaround if you wait. And so yeah, so I've been knitting away. I feel like I haven't made a ton of progress on stuff, but I've been doing everything. What I'm wearing is, I absolutely love this sweater. It's one of my favorites. It's Jessica. The sweater's November. It's the November sweater, and it's Jessica M knits. I think I'm bad at that. But yeah, it's just top down. It was actually a test. It was a test for me. So after my stroke, I keep checking things off of what I can do and basic knitting. And then I was doing that and I said, okay, well, let's see if I can do color. So I wanted to find something that was easy color work. So I think there was a couple of places where you had to hold 3 colors. The hardest part for me is I have to drop the yarn. I can't do two-handed because this hand doesn't do anything, I can't, it just holds the needles, so I can't have my fingers don't stick out to do anything other than holding the yarn. So I have to drop the yarn and then pick it up, so it's slower going. But hey, I was super excited. I was able to do it. I don't have huge floats, I don't have any puckering, so it was a check. It was a huge accomplishment. It was a big thing I could check off my list of all the things that I never thought I'd be able to do again. So super exciting for me. But it's either this sweater or my other sweater that I steeked, and it's out of hand spun. So those are the 2 sweaters. And then I don't have a ton of sweaters because anything I knit I usually give away, so I'm bad about that. So I have a couple shawls, a couple sweaters, and plus I'm slow knitter, so that doesn't help either. On a side note, when I was down there, my dad says, hey, can you look in this sweater chest? It was all for my mom when she passed away a few years ago, and it was all her stuff. So we went through it, and oh my god, it was all the sweaters. And she had stuff from Pendleton sweaters. She had Irish knit sweaters. Now I know where I'm getting it from. But there was one handmade sweater, and I don't know, it might fit my youngest. She's pretty small. My mom used to be really small, so it might fit her, but it's a pretty it would definitely be an outside super heavy duty sweater, but it's still hand knit by my mom, so we have to keep that one. But yeah, so I'm sure you'll see those in the rotation. Just even though they're store-bought, they're still, I don't know, they're special to me, and they're just really nice sweaters, so I'll definitely be wearing them. Right now they smell like mothballs, so I need to air them out and give them a wash, but I have those ones now to wear during the winter, which is super fun. And so I guess on to the knitting. We'll start with the knitting. The first thing I worked on, I forced myself. So when we had our 3-hour ride, I brought John's sweater, and I told myself I was going to work on this because again, it's around and around and around we go. And so I've done a few inches on his sweater. Here you can. It's just a flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. I dyed this. It's out of the Hardwick base. It's the Hardwick DK, and it's one of a kind because he just said he wanted green, so I just kind of made it up. Of course, I didn't write it down, so I think I actually have down here. I do have a couple of skeins left, but if you're interested, just message me and I can send them to you. But it's a hardwick DK, and yeah, it's going around. The one thing I realized, and I'm not sure why I didn't before, I don't know, it could be a stroke brain thing. I always felt like I had to have it on a bigger circumference, so that way I could, like, I don't know, just go around and then I could see the progress and stuff like that. But then as I was knitting in the car, I was like, man, it would be so much easier to, oh shoot, I just lost a bunch of needles, a bunch of stitches. It'd be so much easier to, instead of having to push them along if it was on a smaller needle. So on a smaller cord. So, and I'm just using the the red lace Chigu needles. So sure enough, I got home, put it on a smaller cord, and so much easier. Yes, it's going to be a pain in the butt to try it on as I go, or as he go, you know, when I have John try it on or whatever. But I still think with the try it on tubing cord things, it's not going to be that hard. So that is my first one. I actually really like the color. It's not that bad. He's going to use it for outside hunting sweater, any kind of sweater, just something, you know, it'll be every day. And I wanted something that's going to be kind of hard wearing. So that is the first one. I have such a mess down here. The next thing I have is, let's see here. I'm working on socks. I'm so excited because I don't even know where this yarn came. It's hand spun. I spun it, but it was before my stroke, so it was a long time ago. My guess is at least 6, 7, 8 years, you know. I don't know, it's been hanging out, and it was when I was totally scared of knitting with my hand spun. It was so I didn't know what I felt like I wasn't good enough to use it, that kind of stuff. And then I saw it, I was like, holy crap, it's sock yarn. So I started knitting with it, and it's coming out awesome. Can't wait to like try it out, and I'm hoping, I have no idea what it is. It's definitely a woolier wool. So, and it's a short, like, it's not like super shiny or anything. So my guess, I have no idea. I can't really even say, but it's definitely a woolier wool, but it's going to be perfect for socks, and it's going to be on my feet, so it's not a big deal. But I am super excited about this. So I'm kind of making this up as I go. I really like Andrea Mauer's, oh my god, I can't talk, Andrea Maury's DRK Everyday. Like, I like the idea of them, like the ribbing and stuff like that, and I think they'll fit great, but I do not like bottom up. I like top down. I think that's how I learned. So I don't know. I tried toe up and I just couldn't get the heel right, and I have really high arches too, so super high arches, and everybody always makes fun of me. But so they just, like, I can't use like the what is the name of it? Everybody's shouting to me. The one with the short rows that I've tried, and like, yeah, I have the pattern and everything, and I've tried it a few times, and they fit fine for the kids and stuff like that, but I'm super hard on socks too, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that these work. And I don't wear through them, because I'll be really sad if I wear through them in like 2 days. Then that'll make me really sad. But if I do, I'm giving up, and I'm not doing socks anymore, because they just take me too long. But it's gonna be worth a shot. So but yeah, so I just cast on 64 stitches, and then I'm doing a 3x1, I think 3x1 ribbing. So I wanted to try the ribbing part of it, but I did a small cuff to get myself going, and then just gonna knit the leg, probably do heel flap and gusset, and then we'll see how far I go. This is kind of another one that I was working on in the car, but it's so exciting to be using my own hand spun. I don't know, it just makes me want to knit all the hand spun things, because now I'm finally getting over the fear of knitting with it. And I don't know why. Why is everybody so scared of knitting with it? Everybody thinks, and I'm the same way. Oh, it's not going to be good enough. It's not going to fit right. You can make it fit, especially if you've been knitting for a little while. I think the biggest thing is swatching, and unfortunately, not everybody likes to swatch. But you know what? I've started swatching, which kind of scares me because I never swatched before, and now all of a sudden, hey, I'm knitting this swatch and it's coming out really good, and everybody just starts laughing at me. So, oh well, it happens. I think the more you've been knitting, and the more you like want to start making something that's gonna fit, or it's like just for you, like because you know what to do. Then I think you're more comfortable with the swatching part. At the beginning, it just seems like such a chore. You just want to knit. So I think that's. And then the next one is let's see here. And again, okay, I better do this because I always forget. This bag is one I made a million years ago when I could sew. I don't even know. It was when the kids were little, so a long time ago. They're 14 and 16 now. So yeah, so this is out of like scrap fabric that I was, and so that's just in that bag. And then the next one is, if you haven't seen these, By the Bay company. I think they're on Etsy. I think that's where I got it. I seriously love this bag. It's the perfect size. It has a million pockets. Sorry, my sweater's hanging out of it. It has a million pockets in it. And I'd show you, but my hand's not going to work for that. But yeah, there's like literally like 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets on the outside, and I think 2 big ones on the inside. But By the Bay Yarn Co. Yep, By the Bay Yarn Co. And they're just canvas bags, but they're drawstring, and the ones I got have handles. You can pick all the colors. They've got a million different colors to pick from. I don't know. They're just take anywhere. I don't care if they get dirty. That kind of stuff bag. Because again, I'm hard on bags and they're thrown everywhere. So white is not something that I am going to buy. I have like one and I have to be super careful of it. So this is my sweater so far. I can't see what I'm doing, but I think I'm done with, I left it on cords, and let's see here. Yeah, that has some cords, some needles, but I don't have it all the way. I haven't decided what I want to do for the bottom. So if anybody has any suggestions, thoughts, I don't know. I don't think the like I don't know if I want 1x1 just because it's so bulky, the 1x1 ribbing. I don't know. I have to decide. Might have to try it like on a sleeve. But I was kind of thinking of just doing like garter stitch on the bottom. I don't know. The other thing that's slowing me down is trying to figure out what I want to do for once I steek it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I've decided, because I tried on, and it definitely, there's more fabric in the back than there is. Like, it feels like it's going to be pretty boxy, and it's already bulky. Again, hand spun, and it's like thick and thin, so that's not consistent, but that's okay. It's fun. So I was kind of thinking of like, it's going to be a nice, a big, bulky, like just warm, like in the winter sweater. And so I was kind of thinking a shawl collar, which means I have to spin a whole lot more yarn. So I don't know. That was the other thing. So if you have any other thoughts on that, let me know. But that's kind of what I'm thinking is a shawl collar. And then I've got one sleeve I'm working on now. So that's, and let's see. Oh my goodness, I can't hold on to things. So I've got one sleeve probably like enough for like a 3/4 length. So I have a little bit more to do. Now that I didn't want to drag this with me down to my dad's, so I figured I would just leave that here. And this would be something, this I can work. And then I kind of try and do just every night, just do a few rounds of that one. So it's getting there. But I was getting low on, here's the yarn. And I have a ton more of this. So if anybody that's spinners that are out there, there's a ton more on the website. So if they wanted to make their own Lopi sweater, which I'm using the Novice Cardigan pattern by Petite Knits. It's a super easy, round and around you go, you know, like super easy, basic, you know, hence Novice sweater, easy, bulky sweater pattern. And I think that's like worsted with mohair, but this is fuzzy enough. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's fuzzy enough that I didn't really need mohair with it. And this is like a blend of 2 different wools. It's a CVM and then another wool, and it spins up so nice. And it's not like merino soft, but it's definitely like a medium wool. So I don't think, I'm hoping it won't pill too bad because of the CVM in it. But it's got enough other fiber in there. It's a 50-50 blend of a, you know, I don't even remember what the other wool was. It's on the website. But this one has sparkle. I don't know. Let me see if you can see. I don't know if you can. It does have a sparkle, but it's not like a, yeah, maybe you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's not a ton of sparkle, but it's just enough. So hopefully this, but yeah, I'm thinking, but I've never done a shawl collar, like, you know, on the cardigan. So I am stealing pattern, like, I'm not stealing, I am, bad words. I'm borrowing. So I'm using this as my stitch, like the number of stitches from the Novice Garden by Petite Knits. And then I just bought Andrea Mowry's, I think it's Oxbow cardigan, because that's a big bulky shawl collar cardigan. So I think I'm going to use her way of, like, I don't know, I doubt I'll be able to use her numbers to match them, but I'll use that one to get, like, as a guide to know how to do the shawl collar, because I've never done a shawl collar before. I have the basic idea, because I know you're going to use short rows, but I don't know where you start the short rows and how many and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping her pattern will help me with that. So that is the plan. So that was but I think it's just going to be so just, I don't know, on those cool nights or something like that when we're camping, or even in the winter after we've been outside, out like hiking and snowshoeing and all the fun things that we do outside. You know, we'll have that. It's gonna weigh a ton, but it'll be fun. And then what else do I have? I feel like I don't have. Okay, we're back. I forgot one bag, and I had to put, so if you hear the hum, like a hum, it's the wood furnace. I had to put some more wood in there. It's calling. It's cold today. It's really cold. Well, it's not that bad. It's like 40s or something like that, but we had like a few inches of snow, and it was snowing like crazy this morning. So it's still not fully spring yet here. It's trying. They're saying, I think by the end of the week, we're supposed to have, it's supposed to start getting warmer. So hopefully this will be the end of it. I'm glad I haven't taken my snow tires off. I still have studded tires. Because as soon as you take them off, that's when it snows. So I can't take them off yet. Or we'll get a big storm. So that's still waiting. Okay, last one. It's not, something just went flying out of the bag. It's not very far along, but it's another hand spun. So I'm super excited about that. I have no idea if it's going to fit my head or not. It's going to be a hat. I don't even remember the name of it because I keep starting and stopping it. Okay, I wanted something with Ophelia. I think that's it. I think it's, I'll put it down below because I think that's what it is. Ophelia hat. And of course it's going to be backwards, so that's not going to help you either. But, and my pictures are black and white because I am not, oh, come on. Hopefully I can do this. I wanted something like two-tone, and I had these two skeins that I wanted to use up. Actually, I kind of wanted more to show this, which of course the color I haven't got to yet. But this one, so right now I've worked on the band, the ribbing, and this is just this is from my Finn. When I had sheep before we moved up here, and he was the biggest baby ever. I love Finn, and I someday will get them again, hopefully. I don't know. I go back and forth. In the middle of the winter, I don't miss chores. So, I don't know. And the kids right now are into cows. So, we only have so much room and so many mouths to feed. So, right now, it's still cows. I miss my cows. So, I miss taking care of them every day, working with them every day. So, I get to do it. I live vicariously through them. So, I don't mind taking care of them. Right now, my daughter Bethany's got a pair of brown Swiss calves that I think she's crazy to get them because they're going to be way too big, way too fast. But she's 16, she has a job, she paid for them herself. So I really can't, I finally gave up the fight. It was not a battle worth fighting anymore. So most of the time she takes care of them. I do have to fill in for the days because she works crazy hours. She's an LNA, and she works because she's in school. She works at the 3 to 10 shift or whatever it is at night, and so I feed them at night when she's working. But overall, she's the one that takes care of them. But they're wicked cute. They're just Swiss are not the brightest of the bunch. There's a lot smarter cows than Swiss, but they're so big and dumb. They're cute, that kind of thing. Kind of like some of the dogs. But yeah, so this is and it's like a sport weight, and it's Finn, and I think I put silk with it. So it's a Finn and silk. I have a small bag left. So if anybody wants it, it's been sitting there for a long time. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just been sitting here, and I have so much of it, I'll never use it all up. So if you're interested, message me and we'll figure something out, because I'd much rather have it go to somebody that's going to use it than have it sitting here. So I don't know how much it is, maybe 4 ounces, 8 ounces, something like that. It's not a lot left, but so I have that left, and I think I already have, besides this, I probably have another sweaters quantity. So that's the first color, and I'm trying to do this without dropping or anything, so yeah. And this is the next one, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or if it's going to blow it up. This is antique, and it totally is more gold in it. But once you start inside there, like you can't really see it, but there's greens and blues and stuff in there, and you can't really see it inside the skein, of course. So that's kind of deceiving. But I swear to God, there's blues and greens in there. So that is what I was going to pair it with. So hopefully they'll be contrasting enough to go together. And the antique color I have more of on the website, it's Polar, and it's pin drafted. So this is this is one of the few that I didn't have any, so I bought wholesale. And I think it comes from like the UK. So I bought a whole, a whole, whatever you want to call it, like bale or whatever, like not a bale. It's not. That's like 500 pounds. No, it's not that. But it's like a whole big thing of Polar, and have been dyeing it up. So I bought that, and then I dyed it, and then I like it pin drafted better because then it fluffs it up and it stretches out all the colors and makes it all pretty. It definitely looks different, like a little different than, well, I shouldn't say. Hang on. It's CVM and silk, and it's so nice. I got the CVM from, okay, now I'm Cinco Farms. I had to think about it. Ellen from Cinco Farms. I got it from her. She's got beautiful CVM, and I blended it with silk because I wanted some of the shine to it. And she did have mohair, but I don't know, for some reason I didn't want the fuzz to it. I wanted it like not so fuzzy because I really want a lace weight shawl, and I haven't done lace in a long time, and that's my next challenge for my brain, because I have to keep my brain going, and I keep trying to challenge myself to do different things that are hard for my brain. Following charts, that kind of stuff, that can be hard. So that's another challenge for me. So I'm trying to find something that's going to be challenging but not boring. Like easy, but it gives your brain a workout. It's funny. This is another tangent or whatever, but I started thinking about, so like when I first had my stroke, oh my God, it was so tiring. You don't understand until you're there, but it physically makes your brain, when it's working, absolutely exhausted. And I tend to forget that. So when I'm trying to do something new and all of a sudden I feel so tired, I have to remind myself it's because it's something new and it's making my brain work and it's making me really tired. I just get like, all of a sudden we'll get like, if it's something new or I have to like make my brain work, that physical part isn't tiring to me. It's the mental part that makes my brain so freaking tired, and it's not fun, and it's frustrating, and then I get miserable and unhappy. Another thing that you'll find out if you are around me long enough is I get very frustrated and I cry a lot. Only when I'm like tired. When I'm tired, or if I'm learning something new and I can't, it's way better than it used to be. When it first happened, it was all the time. Now it's not like on a daily basis, but once in a while I know it's because I'm tired, and I know if it's under stress or I can't get the words out that I want. Okay, anyway, enough stroke talk. If you ever have any questions, just ask me. I am an open book when it comes to that kind of stuff, because if I can help anybody that's had a stroke or has been around somebody with a stroke, I will help you as much as I can, because it kind of sucks. But at the same time, you can do it. You can get through it. So if you know anybody that needs help or whatever, needs any pointers or how to do things or that kind of stuff, just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help. So the next thing is going to be shop news. Kind of an update of what's going on in the shop. Oh shoot, I will see how this goes, because I was going to open these up beforehand. So I left in the right now I'm in the basement because I didn't know if this would be easier with kids home and stuff like that. So I moved myself down here, and this is where I keep all the fiber anyway. So I was going to give this a shot and see how this goes. But yeah, I literally have I have more than I usually do, but it's all packed away and it's being reserved for that. So this is whatever's in the shop on the website is what's there right now. And then after the shows are over, then when, I'll start putting stuff on the website, updating and putting more stuff on there regularly. So I apologize for that. I just don't, Amy's not there anymore. Like I know she, like when she can, she'll help on Mondays, but her daughter's in basketball now and stuff like that. So that's hard. Like we just have both busy schedules. So it's hard fitting everything in at once. So when we get there, we'll get there. And then I'm trying to think of the other shop thing that because I know I will forget. The other thing I was thinking of, and let me know what you guys think. And I know not everybody here is like that's gonna see this is local. But most yarn stores are open. I mean, no, they're closed backwards. I say everything backwards, so just to warn you. Yes, so most of the yarn shops are closed on Mondays, because they're open on Saturday, like hairdressers and stuff like that. So they're usually closed, but I'm working on Mondays and I'm here. So my thought was to do some storefront hours on Mondays, and then if it's nice, like I said, I have a closed-in my porch has like a roof over it, so it doesn't matter if it's raining or whatever. I was kind of thinking about it, put a couple of racks on the porch, and I'll put bags out there because I'm not going to set this up and take it down every Monday. That'd be a lot of work and a lot of time for like 2 people to show up. But I have a couple of racks. I can set up those, or I can set up all the bags of fiber and yarn because I don't have enough in the basement to set it all up as a store. I would love to, but I just don't have that room and space. But I could set and people can go through them if they want to. They can shuffle through it all. They can come in the mill. They can check it out and see what's going on. It's usually total chaos in there because I don't know, it's a very small space and it's totally cluttered, and I cannot wait to expand it and make it bigger because there's not enough room there for I don't have enough space in there. But you can check out and see what I do over there if you want. So that was kind of what I was thinking of, is like starting with I don't know, maybe twice a week and see how that goes. And if people are interested, I can do shop hours on Mondays and you can stop by. But honestly, if you're looking for yarn or you need something and you're local, just message me and just come on down, come on up. I don't care. I'm pretty easygoing. So, it's not like it's not going to bother me. Trust me. So you can just stop in when you want. So that's the deal. Okay. First one is, this is Dorset. And I think I have a couple of these left. And I honestly think that this would spin up. So I'm trying, this is going to be not. I apologize if these are already been put on there on the showing you, but this is Dorset. It would make the best socks ever. It's so spongy. I don't know if my head's gonna blur it or not. It's so fluffy and so spongy and so squishy. It would be a hard wearing. It's got sparkle. It's got fire star, so it's like that kind of sparkle. So it's not like super in your face sparkle, but has some glitz to it. But it would make an amazing, I don't know, it would probably be good for hats but socks. To me, it calls out socks for sure. So I think it'd be super pretty for that. That's, the first one. The other thing I'm thinking of doing, I want to make up for the show and see how they do. And let me know if you want some too. I'll definitely make them for you guys. Some sockets and some shawl kits. I can't spin and knit every sample out there because that's kind of impossible. That's I just can't do it. There's no way. I'm way too slow. And if you ever finish stuff, hand spun or yarn like the indie dyed yarn, please tag me on Instagram or send me pictures or something. If you're not on Instagram, just email me the pictures because I love seeing your stuff and it's so fun to see it, but I cannot, there's no way I can spin it all. I don't have enough time. I'm usually too busy in the mill. So, but yeah, so here's the first one, and next one is, oh, come on. Let's see if we can do this. This is Polworth, and this, what did I name this? Oh, Monster. And this is Total Monsters Inc. But if you can see what the pin drafted roving, I wish I had like a before and after of what this looks like. This is the comb top. So this is just like the braids that you buy. It's already just pre-drafted for you. So you literally, you could, like, depending on how thin you want to spin it, you could still probably split it down the middle, like split it into two, but it's all like super fluffy and loose, and you don't have to worry about any felted spots, and you just open them back and you can start spinning, and it's so nice. And I wish more people knew about it. So if you do, spread the word. I have to get more people using mill fibers. But yes, Monsters, there's only one left. This is just cream, just a nice creamy color. It was actually, what was that? Ooh, it's CVM and silk. So nice, so soft, and it's just a nice cream contrasting color. Like if you were making a shawl, I can't, I'm gonna fall out of my seat. Like a shawl with like these two colors, like spin them separately and then knit. Oh, that would be so pretty. And yes, they're different, but that doesn't mean you can't spin them and use them in the same pattern, especially if it's like a shawl. It doesn't matter. But oh my god, there's so much. And there's, when you put 10% silk, it's amazing how much silk. So when you're being a mill, it's surprising, because CVM is fine. It's like, it's a nice wool, but per pound, like if you take a pound of silk and a pound of wool, any wool, and compare them, there's a million more fibers in silk, in that pound of silk, than there is in the wool. So just that 10%, there's still a ton more fibers in that than there would be if it was just the other wool. So you can see it. So that 10% makes a huge difference. And it definitely makes up a difference. So, but this would be such a good to go with anything. Here's another one. This one's the pinks. Oh my goodness. Imagine like this in a shawl, like together, spun up. Those would be so pretty. And I don't have time to do all these things, and I gotta stop thinking about this now. Okay. But yeah, those two colors, the cream, and then that would be, oh my god, that would be so pretty too. And that pink is another one, Summer Melon, and that's another one, that's Polworth comb top. It's been pin drafted. It's got some pinks and some browns in it. And I think there's another melon, just to warn you, there is another bag of this melon, but I don't think there's as much brown in there. So it's all pinks, and it seems like it's a little brighter because it's just coming off the batch. So if you can kind of see, there's a little bit orangey stuff in there. So yeah, so I think the other one's a little bit brighter, but they all came from the same batch. And I do the best to make them even, but when you're dyeing and you're like, when it's going through the pin drafter, some sections have more than another. So I do my best. But that would be the next thing. Not gonna happen. And I don't have a kid here to help me. Another cream, but this cream is not completely cream. It's got some really, really light I don't know if you can see. Like there's like some really light pinks going through it. And this is another CVM and self blend. So this would be like a little, it's, you know, there's no, it's not just plain. So that, but I'll do my best. And this is some greens and purples. And this is a Dorset cross. So another one, super good for socks and stuff. Another one, and it's super pretty. So here's that one, and that one's got some Firestar in it as well. But another one that would be really pretty for socks. And two more. Another pin. This one I think I only have one, maybe two left. Painted sea glass, and this one's another one of my favorites. It's so pretty. Come on. Lots of like mauvey pinks and some golds. And this pin, it's another one that's like the comb top that's pin drafted, so you just can open up and start spinning. So nice. So we got those ones, and then the last one, this one, oh no, I lied, there's another one. This one's a half a pounded. This is like hot off the press. I came out here, bagged up. I wasn't sure if I could get a full half pound in here. I have no idea what this fiber is. It is a mystery fiber. But if you like hot pink oranges, and there's some navy, well, the navy stretched out and made it look more like purple. But another one, and this is a medium. It's definitely a medium wool. I think it would be fine for anything, but for this to go like as like a contrasting color, and there's I probably have another half pound. So this one, let me know if you want half pound bags. This is barely fitting in here though, so that's the only thing that I'm wondering. If I should split it into two. But I would say it'd be good for socks. It would be good for, I don't know, it's a medium wool, so it's like a good for anything kind of fiber. And so that, but man, it's so colorful. And pink is not, these bright colors are not my comfort, like they're definitely out of my comfort zone. I like the more earthy, neutral, and like jewel tone colors. So I'm trying to step out of the plain. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, like repeating colorways all the time. So I'm trying to like step out of that comfort zone and try different colors. And then last one, and this is one that I have been having. So I have a bunch of gray that I've been dyeing. And that's another one that I feel like I keep doing, because you can only do so much with gray because it won't show up. Certain colors, but this one, I think I showed this before. It's so nice. And every time I see this in person, and I want to spin it myself for a sweater, oh my god, it would be such a pretty sweater. Oh my goodness, spun up as like, I need to make maybe I have to make a sample. Then I could sample for myself. But then if I sample, then there won't be all there for you. But look at the colors in there. Oh, they're so pretty. And this is Corriedale. It's so nice. Oh my goodness. This would be to die for a sweater. I don't know. I think it would be just so pretty spun up. Oh. Now there's seriously not enough hours in the day. I want to do all the things. Guess what? I almost forgot. I have yarn. This is the only yarn that I'm going to put on there that's new on the website, because I'm not following my own rules, and I'm going to put these on the website. These are the ones that I have for the show. It's a new base. Well, new to the mill, like new to the shop base. And it is, because I'm thinking summer. I'm trying to be good and think of summery things and what people want for summer. So this is 80, I should double check, but it's, yeah, 80/20 merino bamboo. So it's a merino bamboo. And these are one of a kind. So I can probably repeat them. Can't guarantee they're going to look the same. Same colors, yes, but not identical. So if you like them, I have 8 of them. And I love how they came out, and they have so much sheen to them because of the bamboo. But they have like all the little sprinkles, and I don't know, it was just so fun. I'm trying to do summery things and bright things, and there's one of them, and like I said, I'll find something to name them. They're on the website. You'll have to look on there. But I have 8 of these, so those are on there. Limited quantities. If they're still there, they'll be at the show. If not, they're gone. And then I got, this is like, I tried to do some contrasty colors to go with them. So here's one of the contrast colors, which is like a cranberry. You know, it's like a berry. I don't know. It's darker than I kind of thought it was going to be, but it's the same purple in the speckles in the yarn. That's not gonna work. So it was the same. So I did those ones, and then the other contrast I did with it was this one, and I really like that blue. It's like a purpley blue, cornflower blue. It's so pretty, and I can't hold on to anything. This stinks. And there's 4 of these ones to go with it. So I have those ones for contrast, but like a shawl, it would be so nice. And that's superwash too, by the way. It's superwash merino bamboo. So I have that one. And lastly is this color, which I don't know why, but I love this color. I feel like it goes with anything. It is like, it's just complements anything. Like if you take this color, like, I don't know, this color goes with anything. It really does. Like, let's see here. Find a good complementing color. Like it would go with that. Which, that is just off my wall. And that's Blaze. It's like a sock yarn, you know. It's just regular sock weight yarn. Which I don't even know if it's on the shop anymore. Like I haven't updated anything. But it goes, like it would go with that. Like you can do anything with that color. I don't know. It's just, there's something about that color that I love it. It's a great neutral, but it has like some kind of like something, not just plain gray. So that's what I have in the shop. Hopefully I'll see everybody at either Connecticut or New Hampshire. Ooh, and then this weekend, totally forgot. Huh, I'm so bad at marketing myself. This weekend is Slater Mill. I think that's the Slater Mill. It's like a, I don't know, reenactment kind of place, and they're doing sheep shearing and demoing and all sorts of fun fibery sheepy stuff. This weekend on Saturday, I'm going to be demoing. So I'm not bringing a ton of stuff because it's not really a festival kind of say, but I am going to bring stuff for demoing, and like if people want some stuff, I will bring some. I had all sorts of plans. Well, I just found out that I could do it, so oh well. But I have plans. I have some felting, like needle felting, like a bunch of different colors, and I was going to make up kits, and that didn't happen yet. I'll get there eventually, but not for this. But I'll be there Saturday, Slater Mill. It's in Vermont. And I'll just be demoing. I'm going to bring my spinning wheel. I'm going to bring some fiber to demo with, show people how I'm spinning, and bring my knitting, and then I can knit and spin and chat with people, and that'll be super fun. I think Emma's going to come with me. I think I talked her into coming. We'll see. She's 14, so some days she'll want to go, sometimes she won't. So I'm hoping she'll come with me. If I tell her she's going to have to cash people out, then she'll want to go because she likes to do that stuff. So hopefully we'll go. And then the other thing I'm thinking of is I'm kind of starting to think of doing some classes. I am not a professional by any means, but do some spinning classes, do some knitting classes, and kind of start getting my feet wet in there. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna do a few of our local friends or whatever, they want to learn how to knit, so I'm going to do a couple of they're going to be my guinea pigs, because I'm not a teacher. I'm more of a just look it up on YouTube and do it. So yeah, so I will definitely I'm going to start trying to do that and do some classes, and we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe there'll people that are other people that are wanting to, that have trouble knitting, that want some help, and I can try and help them. I don't know. I just know I do things. I think the hardest part is I think I do things differently compared to other people, and I'm slower. So it's not like I can teach you. I don't know. I can't even remember the difference. English continental. I'm a thrower. For obvious reasons, so I cannot teach you how to do any of the fancy stuff. So basics, but I can still teach the basics, and I made sweater, so hey, I can do something. So I figure if I can teach people, or I can show people how to do, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth a try. So we'll see. I can't think of anything else. I think I got everything covered, and this is way longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be over and done in 2 seconds. So I'm proud of myself for getting out there and doing this. So we'll see. So I will see you later, and hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks. And it might be longer than that because because the shows are going to be, I might do one in between after Connecticut. So I'll probably, the next time I'll have time to video is probably after Connecticut, because it's going to start getting crazy busy until then. So, but I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. I'll stop babbling. Bye.